Atticus is, or in this section of the book, Atticus is talking about how, or Scout's like begging him to stay home, and so Atticus comes back at her and he says, "First of all, if you can learn a simple trick, Scout, you'll get along a lot better with all kinds of folks. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view." She says, "Sir?" He says, "Until you climb into his skin and walk around in it." Atticus is pretty much saying that to deal with these people in Maycomb, she's going to have to go to school because she's going to be dealing with them there, and she's going to learn how to deal with them, and that's building social skills. And the girl's like 6 years old here, so, I mean, that's like a big impact on a 6-year-old, wouldn't you think? Like, I totally agree with Atticus on this. You can't just not go to school. First of all, it's breaking the law. Second of all, you have to go to school. Atticus, he deals with these people all day, and it was probably rough for him. It was probably rough for him because, I mean, he's a liar. He deals with these people, and he didn't grow up with them. He grew up with his family, and he knows how they are, but he never knew how they were. And I think he just doesn't want her to have to go through the struggle of having to deal with people. So I totally understand where he's coming from, and I wholeheartedly agree with Atticus in his decision to keep Scout in school. And yeah.
In Scout's opinion, she doesn't need Miss Caroline to have a good education because she's 6 years old and she's already reading like a champ. Just saying. Atticus has taught her for the longest time how to be able to read. He's given her things to read out of the newspaper, out of books. And here Miss Caroline is saying that she needs to stop learning from Atticus. In Chapter 2 of To Kill a Mockingbird, Miss Caroline told me to tell my father not to teach me anymore. It would interfere with my reading. Miss Caroline is saying that Atticus taught her wrong. How are you taught wrong? You're reading either way. Maybe Miss Caroline's way is much better for other people, but Scout is already reading and knows how to. Maybe kids at her school need the Dewey Decimal System, but Scout obviously doesn't. Miss Caroline is making a big deal out of nothing, and she just wants things her way. I think that Scout will be perfectly fine with the way Atticus taught her how to read, and she does not need Miss Caroline's way.
I believe in How to Kill a Mockingbird that Aunt Alexandra's perspective on education is not even said in the book. More that is actually interpreted, especially in Chapter 23 when she's talking to Jim and Scout about Walter Cunningham. She goes on saying how they're good people and good folks, you know, but in that they have a certain way of paying somebody that they owe, how to pay them back, and that they shouldn't be associated or even concerned with people like them. And, you know, Scout doesn't fully understand so far, but then Alexandra goes on again about Walter Cunningham, saying how you can scrub him till he shines, you know, and put him in new suit and shoes, and he still would not act like Jem. And then goes on about the drinking problem they have in her family, and how no woman, especially a French woman, should not be interested in somebody like that. So what I really think that she's trying to get across is that you should have something to your name, especially for your social class. You know, having an education to your name is better than have nothing at all as a Yule, because that's just the way it is in Macomb County, and that's how you could be seen, especially in that type of small town. And you need education. It's better to have education than to have nothing at all, pretty much. I believe that's just the real point that she's trying to make them see. And yeah.